Global sympathy and support for the nation of Israel is quickly vanishing in light of the October 7th massacre of more than 1,700 Jewish people. Right now, the world has lost all sympathy and support of Israel. We're seeing it publicly on news channels and all over Facebook, Instagram, all of the Twitter, whatever. Everyone is attacking Israel, and the brunt of it is, again, the so-called violent Jewish settlers of Judea and Samaria. Even just yesterday, President Biden joins them with a statement. We'll break it all right down right now. I'm Joshua, and this is the Israel Guys. Welcome back to the Israel Guys, where we believe in a world of Jew hatred and anti-Israel propaganda. You should have a direct connection to the land and people of Israel. Guys, it's more important now than ever to stand with Israel as we see the global movements attacking Israel at a higher rates than ever before in our modern history, almost like that of 1930s and 40s. And literally, I can now say, not just almost. Guys, we're seeing a stunning rate of hatred in Jewish people. Literally, I was on a call with a high-level diplomat in America who is Jewish just yesterday, and he told me he felt safer when he was in Israel, even in the midst of this war, than he did in America. If you don't believe me, that's fact, and I won't mention names for his own safety. But that's literally what's happening. If you feel, look, Hamas is grounded here. We see the atrocious attacks that the world is so quickly forgetting. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Western world, you must understand that these attacks, this is not just an attack on Israel. This is an attack on the entire world. And if we don't fight it together, we're going to absolutely lose. The whole Western, the free world is at risk right now. And that seems to be something that is totally just evading itself of the political sphere among the world. We saw a few days of compassion, sympathy, and support for Israel, and then all of a sudden, we see this unrestrained, unbridled attack already flowing out. Immediately from the beginning, we all knew it would happen. Even from the Biden administration, we have verbal support, but already that's beginning to break. We're going to play a clip in here in just a minute of President Biden saying that he supports Israel to take care of Hamas and destroy Hamas, but yet, at the same time, holding back what needs to happen, a ground front, and then you destroy Hamas. So literally saying we got to destroy Hamas, we're going to back Israel with everything it needs to destroy Hamas, but we're not seeing them destroy Hamas. So literally just words, empty words at the moment. Guys, I want to show this video, and we're going to break it down on what is really going on. What is settler violence? Why is settler violence taking headlines now? Global media. Settler violence has taken the headlines. Guys, I'm here on the ground. I've personally worked in the settlements that are being talked about on the world stage for the last 20 years. Now, if anybody can be a ground understanding of what's going on here in Judea and Samaria, it is me. And I have the eyes and ears on the ground here for 20 years, and I can tell you exactly what's going down. I've worked with these farmers, and we're going to break down exactly what settler violence is. But first, let's jump to this video with President Biden giving his remarks about extremist settler violence.
And one more word on this. I continue to be alarmed about extremist settlers attacking Palestinians in the West Bank. That pouring gasoline on fire is what it's like. This was a deal. The deal was made, and they're attacking Palestinians in places that they're entitled to be. And it has to stop. They have to be held accountable. And it has to stop now.
Okay, there's a few things in this little clip here that's extremely concerning to me. So he's saying that he continues to be alarmed about extremist settler attacks, extremist settlers attacking Palestinians in the West Bank. Okay, so are extremist settlers attacking Palestinians in the West Bank? First off, there's a big difference here, and people are getting confused. I was just online reading through all the haters, what's going on, and they're taking videos of what looks like just some settler. No, it's the IDF attacking terrorists, and they're getting confused between, I mean, literally these groups that are going in, they're taking these videos from an angle that looks like they're in a village, whatever it could be. Guys, this is IDF, and the IDF works with local security forces in every community. Do not be deceived by videos that are being construed to look like some settler just going out and shooting somebody. One of the most viral videos right now that's going out is some settler just shoots him. No, it's with the IDF, and it's protecting a Jewish community that these Hamas-like monsters are trying to attack. And when you're attacked by Hamas, you shoot them. That's what you do, and that's what Israelis are doing. Both military and civilian are working together all throughout Judea and Samaria. So don't be deceived by some video of somebody that's not in uniform. They're working together. They're the civil security for these local settlements, and they mean business, especially when they're fighting these guys. So again, don't be deceived by that, and that's actually not happening. You're not seeing mass Jewish settlers, as the world likes to call them, attacking Arabs. No, not happening, period, exclamation point. What is happening is Hamas-like support throughout all the villages of Judea and Samaria. They're waving Hamas flags. I just saw it a few days ago. There's rallies going on in all these Arab communities all over Judea and Samaria in support for Hamas. So again, back to Biden's speech. He likes to say that the overall, right, do not support. You can't say that all the Arabs support Hamas. They're not Hamas. Well, he's actually completely and 100% wrong in that statement. There are 22 terrorist organizations operating around me right now, and they're all identical to that of Hamas. You might say, well, the PA, the Palestinian Authority, needs to work together as a peace partner. That's what Biden's saying. They need to work together. Do you know the PA is a terrorist entity itself? Have you seen one statement from any of the Palestinian leadership saying that what happened on October 7th was brutal, that was unacceptable, should never have happened? No. You will not see anything because they support it. And actually, if you go back to yesterday's show, Justin, our host here, talked and broke down all of that on his show, showed the Palestinian leaders standing in support of what happened and actually hoping for the same situation here in Judea and Samaria. Many people across the world right now are asking how to help. How can you help Israel in one of their greatest times of need? And we have a solution for that. We've opened Operation Itai. That's OperationITTAI.com to bring the critical support that Israel needs now. Night vision, drones, flashlights, helmets, protective vests. These are the things that are needed across 200 communities in Judea and Samaria immediately. We have airlifts leaving America soon. We're gathering more supplies, and we need you to join us. Again, that's Operation Itai, OperationITTAI.com to get involved. Your support is massively appreciated from us and, of course, the locals here in Judea and Samaria. Let me be very clear. President Biden is 100% wrong when he states that all the Arabs in this area do not align with Hamas. He says the majority. The majority, a matter of fact, from here on the ground, actually does. They support. You can go in any one of the government offices of the Palestinian Authority, and you'll see maps on their walls. I've done it personally. The map is of Palestine, wiped Israel into the sea. That's the rhetoric of every single Arab living throughout Judea and Samaria. And I'm not going to say every single. I'm going to say majority. I'm going to use the same wording that Biden used. The majority does not support. The majority absolutely does support the eradication of Jews from Judea and Samaria. Let's get that very clear. And if you say that, and if you buy that lingo, that they don't actually support Hamas, then why is there huge parades going throughout all the communities of Judea and Samaria, cheering on the forces of Hamas? And why are they feeling so invigorated to attack Jews and destroy Israel from the planet? Well, it's obvious that they support it. Don't be blinded by the misrepresentation happening on a political front that is absolutely wrong and politically motivated. All of these speeches are politically motivated to do what? To create a Palestinian state. I want to focus on this for 1 second. We have one Jewish state. It's the state of Israel. We have 22 Arab states, which all these Arabs that are here in Israel, they talk to Palestinian rhetoric all day long. All these Arabs came from these 22 Arab countries surrounding Israel. Yes, they came from those countries. They come from every one of them. None of them are from here. No, don't buy the stupidity of that argument. This land has been Jewish. It will continue to be Jewish, and it's the one and only safe haven for Jewish people in the entire world. Let's continue. There's not only 22 Arab countries that are around Israel that want to annihilate this country and create a 23rd Arab state. There's over 50 majority Muslim countries in the world. Okay, so why can't we have for all those people that they want proportionality, everybody's talking, let's just have one Jewish state that's secure, that doesn't have Hamas, Fatah, you name it, 22 terrorist organizations running around their villages and neighborhoods with no fences in between them. Let's eradicate that situation here, and let's create a strong Jewish state of Israel, also in Judea and Samaria, the full length and width of the land of Israel as a one Jewish state with a Jewish majority that's allowed to be free, and their children are allowed to play in their playgrounds and in their communities without the threat of these 22 organizations that are hostile to Israel. These guys, just get it straight. We're talking about in between 2 and 3 million Arabs in Judea and Samaria alone that carry the same hostile mindsets as those in Gaza to the people of Israel. This is unacceptable. And what really should be happening here is President Biden and all the world leaders together saying, we will create a strong, free land of Israel without the threat of 3 million terrorist-minded Arabs inside of it. If they're going to be terrorist-minded, guess what? They can go back to the Arab nations they came from. And that's exactly what should be happening right now. And we need a strong response to this. And anyone that threatens to harm, to kill, in the one and only state of Israel should be immediately deported back into the Arab nations they came from. Now, that's my response. I'm no politician, but I'm telling you the facts on the ground here. I just had 2 acquaintances, friends of friends, who were just, everybody's saying settler violence. 2 shepherd boys were out shepherding, Jewish shepherd boys. And guess what happened to them? They were nearly killed by Arab terrorists from an Arab village just beside him. That's the reality on the ground. We're not talking about settler violence. We're talking about jihadis, people that feel the need to kill Jews, religious backing to do so in mass. That's the actuality on the ground. We're not talking about extremist settlers. That is not even something to be brought up right now. That is nothing of any big happenings that would even give. But the world that hates Israel will continue to focus on that. Be aware of that. It's not true. And they'll take videos that make it look like some disguised situation. Not happening. Guys, with that, continue to support this one and only Jewish state. We have no other options. Israel has no other options. There are not 22 options out there for them to run back to. Guess what? These Arabs have 22 options they can run back to, whether they be received or not by their own brothers. That's the question. But Israel has no other choice. They're the one and only Jewish state, and we've got to defend it. Guys, if you haven't already checked out our Operation Itai, be sure and check that out. We're standing with Israel. We're standing strong with Israel. Don't forget to subscribe. Get the conversation going. If you have any questions, leave us a comment. As always, tune out the fake news and tune into what is actually happening here in the heartland of Israel. We'll be back every Monday through Friday with your direct connection to the land and people of Israel.